like we like to flex. Bust down.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the ball.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
And Mahomes going to run again. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Now the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles already trailing that touchdown early. In this offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. To the air yet again, Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession. And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance? It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, and it's complete right back to Ridley. On the move past the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a long run there in the end to top it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And this Charles definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
On second and very short, Mahomes. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down now, Keys at a gain of about 4 here, moves this from the 6 up to the 10. third down. Keys, and he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
The Saints at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. If they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W, they have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well. Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
After one, 17-7 is our score. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Again, it's Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll run on first down. Keys, and the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Now it's Watson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Carl Lawson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. To throw again on second down. Mahomes over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Mahomes going to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Blake. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Up the middle they go. Keys. And he is going to have a Saints first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Keys. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man-winning coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Watson now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Russell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 30 yards. Here's Watson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys have now moved out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now a throw here to his running back. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes.
Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle.
The 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
Watson off play action. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. Touchdown, Falcons! Garrett Wilson, as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take it.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Faking the give, now Watson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And they're going to speed things up here. Off of play action, it's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Russell. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. Watson looks to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Now again, right side. Keys down right around the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
On first down, Meadows.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Meadows. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Second down and 6 now from the 42. Now here's Mahomes. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Mahomes is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz, an 11-yard touchdown. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, pulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 31, Watson. And he is going to lose yardage here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
An attempt at a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on a sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it.
Back now here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to it. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter. And now before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
Have to review the play.
So that will overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, Keys. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Now Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Russell. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Keys. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the 35 on 2nd down, Watson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right?
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Blake. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Russell. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 2nd down now. Keys. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
from the 35 on second down. Watson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Watson.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of...
There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is over.
Now Youngway through for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The New Orleans offense set to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
On first down, Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He finds his man complete. It's Russell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To the air yet again. Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On first down, Meadows. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Meadows. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement.